Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Data Dispatch. I hope you guys are having a great day. Palantir Technologies surprises me. Great job to the PLTR bulls out there at actually holding a stronger line, holding the fence because of that potential pullback that I said that we were possibly teetering on with the overreaction of PLTR not getting included into the S&P 500. Now, in addition, we have Wall Street that's starting to press on the brakes a little bit at these all-time high rallies, talking about the actual, not just PLTR, but talking about the large indexes like the S&P 500, Dow Jones, NASDAQ, because we have the Fed that will be releasing some critical news and some critical testimonies in the near future. And this could have a large influence on the volatility of the market and, of course, the probability of rate cuts, because when are those going to happen? Now, talking about that, in addition, PLTR, we're going to be talking about some other important details that have kind of been casted away in the shadows. For example, the $1 billion buyback of the stock. What happened with that? There's immediate articles coming out about it. We're going to be kind of getting into possibly what could be happening, what are some speculations, conspiracies behind it, and also we're going to be talking about why Wall Street analysts are still continuing to downgrade PLTR's stock target price, even though the price is continuing to climb. Now, if you are a new or returning viewer, hit that like button, subscribe for daily videos, and of course, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm collecting all the data and dispatching it to you. Hey, we got a new channel member. I can't thank you guys enough, especially the OGs out there supporting Data Dispatch. Really keeps me motivated for making you guys daily content that you need. Now, what we have with PLTR stock price right here, 2404 on the close. Awesome to see here. Aftermarket 2383, volume at 64 million, basically at about that 3-month average in terms of trading volume. What we see in terms of market cap right now, still hanging out right about 50 billion. Right here, you see PLTR. I was possibly expecting a little bit of a pullback here, testing this reversal level at this 22. Nope, that did not happen. Where we consider and sit right now is actually at this reversal point at 2383. So this will be interesting to see what happens with the market going forward, because a lot of tension is going to be riding on this. And this is the inflation concerns that remain elevated. However, we did have that bullish PCE, that personal consumers expenditures report that the Fed heavily relies on to set their interest rates. That was bullish. And we see the trend that is showing that inflation is cooling, which is great. However, we have another big report that's going to be coming out that's including Friday's crucial February employment report. Now, the jobs data, this is going to come 2 days of testimony from Powell. First, of course, here to the U.S. House Financial Services Committee Wednesday and to the Senate Banking Committee. They are going to continue to suggest that the Fed is going to begin cutting rates in June. Remember when we said this is going to happen in March? No, this is going to happen in June. And the amount of rate cuts have been continuing to decrease in terms of what was being priced in back in November. However, the market and the AI demand is still continuing to push all this negative bearish news out of the way, and the economy still seems to be looking healthy on paper. As we continue, 10-year Treasury notes, they were seen last trading at about 4.2%. So Powell's semi-annual testimony right here, as well as the labor market data, this is going to highlight, and it's going to be incorporated with some big corporate earnings right here. There could be some big changes in terms of volatility coming into the market. But talking about PLTR and getting more back into the AI stock that we have been following, in terms of short-term data, end of the week expirations here for March, lots of call volume and implied volatility in terms of the bullish calls. You see here 22,000 at the $25 strike price and 22,000 at the $27 strike price. In the short term, a lot of investors, retail and institutional all combined, are predicting that Palantir is going to increase in price compared to the puts that we're seeing on the actual options charts right here. Let's talk about something that I've been interested, even the viewers, you commenters, I've been seeing you asking, hey, whatever happened with this? The actual buyback program that was approved for purchasing $1 billion worth of Class A PLTR stock shares. This, let's record back in history here, turn back the timetables. For those of you that are newer to PLTR, back last August in 2023, Palantir had announced its Q2 2023 results, and they were excellent. And at the same time, the board had approved a $1 billion share repurchase program of Class A PLTR stock, the first time in history here. Now, this article comes from Investor Place right here, saying that usually when a company announces a large buyback, the shares jump higher. However, they fell 21% over the next few trading days, and we saw PLTR closing basically around the $16, and as we saw, this large increase now up to about the 25s. So what was up with the stock rebuyback program when nothing has ever been said about it? And especially in the last quarter report, nothing was mentioned to the shareholders or in the letter on the quarter 4 2023 conference call. It's almost like it just disappeared. Was the buyback an announcement trying to cover up an iffy quarter? This is an interesting theory. And like I said, this is not a guarantee or what actually is happening. It's all just an actual theory about some skepticism of what could be, what possibly happened. And that this was the stock announced the buyback back in August. It adjusted its free cash flow for the first half of 2023. This big move in the second quarter was to move a bunch of cash into the marketable securities. So considering that it had no bank debt and it had this operating lease liability of just $236 million, it had plenty of money to buy back stock below 20, where it traded for a majority of the last year. This same situation existed, yet there were no buys. So was this kind of a cover-up to try to bring some bullish news into PLTR, trying to cover up an iffy quarter? Could possibly be happening because we don't know about any type of buyback. Nobody's really heard of anything. If you guys have heard anything, please leave it down in the comments. I'd like to know, and so that way I can do more research about it and give you guys the most factual information that I can. But interesting theory out there. Let's talk about what Wall Street thinks Palantir stock is worth $19.50. Are the analysts wrong? Now, the analysts sometimes are analysts. They're making predictions just like everybody out there. The analysts sometimes do not completely comply with the correlation of the current market sentiment that we're seeing in the momentum. And that is the AI demand that has really been pouring into the market. And that is not necessarily always a good thing. That just brings a lot of volatility. Right now, the bulls are celebrating these high rallies. NVIDIA continuing to soar. My gosh, at 852 right here at market close. What we see with PLTR is that products are producing a strong demand. We even see this right here with the new partnership that was declared today with Ukraine on actually demining technology. Interesting to see here as this approach here, the collaboration aims to clear 80% of the land that is suspected of being mined within the next decade by utilizing, guess what? The artificial intelligence platform AIP will be the central to these efforts. You see AIP right here is making a large intrusion into the AI data analytics SaaS software industry. And if we go back to the article right here, they even talk about AIP being a large catalyst, and especially for Q4 earnings, what we saw, the numbers in terms of commercial revenue and commercial customer count increasing largely. We saw that 70% number. Remember, what's going to happen? Of course, valuation is going to skyrocket. With the skyrocket of the valuation that we have seen with PLTR, you're seeing analysts are saying, hey, this is getting pretty expensive. And talking about that right now at 26 times its sales, I agree. Palantir right now, people are willing to pay basically anything for it because the valuation, in my opinion, has always been a future gauge of what incoming earnings reports are going to result. Everybody thinks it's going to be in the bullish direction. What we're talking about right here, and you see right here, earnings per share revisions in the last 90 days, 16 in the bullish direction. And this is still 2 months away until we get the next quarter earnings, May 8th. And if you look on here on the Zacks right here, Palantir on Zacks.com is on the list of the most searched stocks. It's a trendy stock. The AI demand boom is here. We're seeing the demand that is continuing to pour into the markets. So, of course, we're going to see PLTR have this lofty valuation. Not, of course, the most attractive out there for a value-oriented investor. However, if Palantir, the Yahoo Finances right here, it could snap its fingers and achieve a 30% profit margin at this level, it could achieve full maturity, such as Adobe. Palantir would trade at 80 times its earnings if it were to hit a 30% profit margin right now. So, however, Interesting statement right here that should Palantir maintain a 20% annual growth rate for the next 4 years and achieve a 30% profit margin, then its stock would be trading around 46 times its earnings using today's price, saying it would make more sense. However, if this does not happen, if Palantir does not keep up with these growth metrics, then we could see a more of a powerful pullback or even a correction, as its valuation just does not support the theory that we're seeing in terms of what the future price is expected to be. That's why investors are paying a lot of high price for Palantir right now. It's all about your time horizon. Are you here for the short term? Are you looking in the next decade? Whatever you think Palantir's price is in your own brain, depending on your own research and doing your own due diligence, then that's how you can think, what is Palantir? What do you think its actual valuation is? It could be a very value stock right now, or it could be very unvalued and be very expensive right now. So lots of interesting things to put on the table. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. Take care. Let me know. What do you guys think? I want to hear your thoughts, and I'll catch you guys, and I'll respond to every comment that I can. Peace out.